Okay. So this is part two of how and why would you want to get into trucking. How to get into trucking was in part one, and it's pretty simple. There's basically two ways how you can get into uh, big rig trucking, CDL Class A trucking. One is you go to an accredited truck driving school, which you can Google and find whichever one you think is good. But I prefer the second option, which is to go find a company that actually trains you and will give you your license and then put you right to work. That's the best way to do it, if you ask me, because that's the way that I did it. Now, there used to be a third way to do it, which was, oh, my uncle, or, my aunt, or my sister, my grandma, my grandpa has a truck. He's a truck driver. You go on the road with him for a while. He teaches you how to drive the truck. You go to the DMV, you get licensed. But they took that out. You can't do that anymore. So basically, those are the only two ways. If you ask me, I say the second option is the best, which is you just go to a company that will train you and then give you work to do. Now, that's the easy part. Okay? That's how you get in. If you want to get in, you can just go on Google and you'll figure it out based on what I just told you. Because I don't want to give anyone any specific do this or do that because everyone's different. The real question is, why do you want to get into trucking, or what do you plan to get out of it? Where do you want to be in 5 years? And I don't mean like where you actually are. I mean, what's your goal? In 5 years' time from you getting your CDL license, you could be the owner of a business that generates over $1 million of revenue every year. You might have 4 or 5 trucks. You could be a company driver who's hauling heavy machinery. You could move stages and equipment for concerts. You could possibly drive for NASCAR, or you could just be exactly where you started. You could get into different types of trucking, tanking, tanker trucking, hazmat, drive-in, whatever. It's basically endless. There's a lot that you can do. But the real point is where do you want trucking to take you? Because most people know that trucking can leave you with a lot of cash flow. And what that means is it can be a bridge for you to get where you want to go in life. So once you get into trucking, you know how to drive, and you've been doing it for a while, it's going to be like a trade. It's going to be like, oh, okay, it's just my job. It's work. It's what I do. And it's going to be more about what are you doing now around those times when you aren't working. Do you want to travel? Do you want to own your own home? Do you want to buy multiple homes? I knew a guy about 6 years ago, 7 years ago, when I was working a local job. He would just buy a house like every 2 years. He had been driving truck for 20 years, just buy a house, go back on the road, save his money, get another down payment, just buy it. He would just buy houses. That's all he did. That's what he wanted to do. Some people want to travel. Some people want to bankroll their gambling habit. Some people want to have a dog and just travel the world. Some people want to raise their family. Some people are artists, photographers. I met someone who used to be a surgeon who's a truck driver. He said he wanted to be at peace. He didn't appreciate the stress that his former career had brought into his life. The real question is when I say why, are you going to enjoy it? Are you going to enjoy the lifestyle? Me, I like listening to music. This is a great job for that. You have plenty of time to listen to music, podcasts, audiobooks. I like to travel. I like to learn different languages. You have time to do that. I like to be nomadic. Not pneumatic, nomadic, meaning I'm comfortable with just bouncing around, and wherever I am, hey, this will be my temporary home for now. I'm okay with that. But at the same time, I'm a functional member of society. I pay my taxes on time. I make more than enough money to pay my bills, take care of what I need to take care of. But some people might look at that as strange because, most people are used to having a roof over their head and, being in the same place, going to work, coming home, and kind of living in the same area. In trucking, you don't have to do that, especially nowadays. And I'm going to talk about this more, in the future. I think this is really why you're going to see a lot more people get into trucking in the near future, is because, one, it's probably going to pick up because it's been pretty dead for a while overall. I'm talking about for owner operators, company drivers, all over. But one of the main reasons I think you're going to see a lot more people get into it is because it's a lot more comfortable now. You have APUs, heat, air that works when the truck's running, not running, GPS, satellite radio, internet, YouTube, Instagram, PlayStation 5. That stuff wasn't around when I started 16 years ago. There was no GPS, there's no navigation. You were really alone with your thoughts. A lot of reading and a lot of thinking. Now you can basically have the same life that you have at home. You can interact with everyone because of the internet, high-speed internet. So I mean, you can still play video games on your downtime with your friends, and you can still go on dating sites if you want to date people. You want to, drive nice cars. They have Turo. Basically Turo and Airbnb has changed everything. Now it's like, it's like a function. You can be a functioning traveler or vlogger now as a truck driver because of basically those two apps. Renting cars and renting pads. You know what I mean? It's really changed everything. But anyway, I don't want to get the video to get too long here. But I'm trying to post more. I'm not in this for clout or money. I just feel that it's something to do. It's the same thing that got me into YouTube. It's a pastime that I have. I've been making videos for years, and I hope you guys get some information out of this. And I hope to see you in the next one.